Welcome to the Super Bowl week edition of the Schultz Report, presented by Fanatics Sportsbook. I'm your host, NFL insider Jordan Schultz, and we are in the heart of it right here in San Francisco, the host city at Final Bar, being joined by a number of NFL stars to talk about last season, what's to come, and of course, the big game. Lock in and let's go. Today's the big day, and Kendall Jenner's pick with Fanatics Sportsbook is in. Her money's on New England, and now it's up to you to decide how you're playing it. Are you betting with Kendall or against her? No matter which side you're on, Fanatics Sportsbook is giving you a 100% moneyline profit boost to use on the big game, so you can back your take with a little extra value. Lock in your bet today and find out if the curse will be broken only on Fanatics, America's fastest growing sportsbook. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or 1-800-522-4700. Connecticut 888-789-7777. Massachusetts 800-327-5050. New York 877-8-HOPE-NY. Maryland, visit mdgamblinghelp.org. Max wager applies. Not available in all states. Terms apply. See Fanatics Sportsbook app. Thrilled to be joined by Cam Hart, coming off a terrific second season with the Chargers. Cam, I guess I'll start with, you lose Coach Minter, goes to Baltimore. What is Baltimore getting? And for you personally, how do you go about losing a coach like that?
Well, what is Baltimore getting? Coach Minter is a terrific coach. I honestly believe he's one of the smartest coaches I've ever played for. He's a football maniac, a relationships dude, and I think that goes a long way. Just the relationships that he built, the camaraderie that our defense had, I attribute that to him. So they're getting a great head coach. He's going to come in there day one. He's going to be one of the guys, be in the locker room, cracking jokes, making sure he understands each and every one of his players. So, yeah. How
long did it take for you to develop that relationship with him, and when did you realize that he was a big-time defensive coach?
Well, almost immediately. He took the time to I guess study each player and where they're from and the things that we're into interest-wise, and then having Coach O'Leary there as well was good for the relationship because Coach O'Leary gave him kind of insight of who I was. Yeah. And then it was good. It was good almost immediately.
Would you say that Jesse has a comedic side to him? Like, yes. He's pretty funny.
Yes, but very serious at the same time. He respects what we do on the field.
And then what about having Coach O'Leary come, who you were with Notre Dame?
That means a lot to me. That means a lot to me selfishly. Yeah. But I think for the defense, it'll be really good. He's kind of similar to Coach Minter in a way, very, very relationship-based, brings a lot of energy. He comes out on the field with his cleats every day.
He wears cleats?
Every practice. He runs routes. He gets in there. He's on the block destruction pad, everything. So it's good. It's going to be really good for us, and I'm very excited.
Is the scheme similar?
Very.
It is, okay.
Very much similar. I'm sure he's going to add a couple of pieces or take away a couple of pieces, but it's very similar to what we ran at Notre Dame, so it'll be good.
You earned a reputation early on in Notre Dame and then now in the NFL as being like a ball hawk. You attack the ball, very competitive. Where did that come from?
I just think my background, I played wide receiver growing up. I was always an offensive guy. I mean, I played defensive back since I was a kid, but I was always a receiver. In high school, I got recruited to go to Notre Dame as a receiver. I actually switched over to DB, so I just think that natural knack for the ball just came.
What was the process of going from receiver to DB, and when did you officially decide?
So it was my freshman year. We had a couple of injuries on the defensive side of the ball, and I was maybe like third or fourth on the depth chart at receiver. So Coach Kelly, who was the head coach at the time, him and Coach Lee had pulled me to the office, and it's just like, we're down defensive back-wise. I know in high school you played defensive back, so would you want to come and help us? And I felt as though that was the opportunity for me to get on the field. That very next game, I played in that game versus Bowling Green. I played well, and since then I was just able to control my own destiny. On the offensive side of the ball, you got to depend on a lot of things to go right in order for you to get the ball out receiver.
Was that for you, like mentally, was it not hard at all to make the transition?
No,
it wasn't?
No, it was seamless.
Wow, it's very rare for a guy to go as a big recruit from receiver to DB and be so like happy, I guess, good about it. Yeah. It's rare. So, is that part of like who you feel like who you are as a football player or just as a person? Because it's a very unselfish thing to do, especially being recruited as a receiver?
Certainly. I mean, you got to put your pride aside. You got to put your ego aside. I wasn't playing on the offensive side of the ball. We had some older guys at the position. And honestly, I just wanted to get on the field and showcase what I could do, regardless of where the position was. I was playing on special teams a lot, so I was making plays there. But in order for me to actually have the impact that I wanted to have and help the team, I just felt that was the opportunity, and I took it and ran with it, and here we are.
When did you realize, Cam, that you could be a pro? How old were you when you thought, this is not only what I want to do, but what I can do?
I think in high school. That was my sophomore year. I was struggling at good counsel, and I quickly realized what I put into it is what I get out of it. And my uncle would always tell me, just continue to chop wood. Don't take the easy route. And just through the coaches that I had at Notre Dame, coaches I had in high school, they were able to implement into me this continue to work hard. You have the natural gifts. It's just going to be what you put into it. And then I just quickly realized that I was talented enough to make it to the NFL. It was going to be all mental, my work ethic, and just continue to stay focused.
You said before we got on camera, that Tony Jefferson was someone and I've gotten to know Tony quite well. And one thing about Tony is, I don't think maybe the average fan realizes he went to coaching and then he came back. So he's a much older player. When you think about the career he's had and being able to last that long, is this something that you guys talk about, or what you as a mentor?
Yeah, certainly. I think Tony's like a big brother to me. I've known him when he was at the Ravens, when Kyle got drafted. Tony just shows up every day and is the same person, and I try to emulate that. Try to be the same person every day. Show up with my hard hat, and just go to work. You don't see me talking much.
No,
you don't see me talking much.
But you have a good personality.
Yeah. But I just try to allow my work
to
be my biggest endorsement.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the guy that talks before the work on the field is done. So I think that's something that I've seen in Tony, and something that he tried to implement to the younger guys in the locker room, and he's just a great presence to have in the locker room.
Do the Chargers have any elite trash talkers?
Derwin James.
The best.
Derwin James. I mean, he's the best trash talker I know.
League,
And a sleeper is Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert on the field once he gets into his zone and once he's locked in, Justin will have some antics on the field.
Okay, so Derwin for sure.
For sure. Yeah.
So is Justin? Will it be like after a great throw, or maybe he'll run somebody over?
Yes. He'll do something unexpected, and then you'll be like, "Oh, there's the beast that we all know."
Beast.
Yeah. It's in there somewhere.
Someone told me once that he was like Hulk with an arm. Because he's so big and so strong.
Yes.
Is he, or what? How many times a week throughout the course of practice or in the offseason, how many times does he do something where you're like, wow, that's
once a day?
Once a day.
It's just like Justin's so good. I mean, he's every bit of 6'6".
Yeah.
Maybe about 240 pounds. He's fast. Can make every throw on the field. I'll continue to say this. I think he's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, if not the best.
Is his trash talk more funny, or is it more like?
Oh, it's more so like I didn't expect it. Because Justin's a quiet guy. He comes in locker room. He gets his work done. He comes early, stays late. That you don't hear much from him in the locker room. He's just very focused. But when game day hits, he just lets his entire personality show.
Wow.
And that's one thing that I appreciate. I appreciate when guys get on the field and they allow their personality to show, because that's just our canvas. I think about it as my canvas. So that's what I try to do. I try to get on the football field and allow my full personality to show. And Justin do that to the T. And
I asked Deion about Coach Harbaugh, and he's specifically about him being maybe a little funnier or different. Yeah. And he said a couple of things. He does the Zin.
Yes.
Right? He said he has the worst drip he's ever seen. And that he thinks he actually wears he has the same khakis, just different pairs, but basically the same thing.
I don't even know if they're the same different
pairs.
Might
Might
be the same pair. He always talks about when we go on road trips, he's just going to pack his playbook, his toothbrush, and the same outfit that he has on. Coach Harbaugh is hilarious.
How long did it take for you to develop a bond with him?
Coach Harbaugh is pretty easy. Yeah. He's a personable guy, and he's similar to Coach Mentor. He respects what you do on the field. So I think almost immediately once he seen how I approach my work and the things that I can do for the football team, he was just like, this is a guy that I want in my locker room. He always says competitors is welcome, and I think I'm one of the most competitive guys in that locker room. I hate losing more than I love winning. Yeah. So yeah, I think almost immediately.
Do you think that your DNA as a football player comes from like the way you were raised?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, easily. Just growing up in Baltimore, seeing the things that I've seen, seeing my mom get up every day, 5 o'clock in the morning to take me to school and then go work 3 jobs, and seeing my uncle build a business in a city that most people don't have that opportunity. I just think I witnessed that. I didn't know that I was witnessing it. Just subconsciously, just every day seeing those things is just like, I want to be someone that in my family that can do the same thing. And I just appreciate hard work. I appreciate determination and perseverance. And yeah, I've overcame a lot of adversity in my life, and I think that shows in the way that I play football and the things that I've been through on the football field.
There's a lot of pride in Baltimore, right? Being from Baltimore.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that in your identity?
Yes. I want to represent my city as much as possible. A lot of times, Baltimore gets a bad rep of.
Yeah. No, it's a beautiful city.
It is a beautiful city.
Know,
It is, and it has a lot to offer. And I want to be a great representative for that city.
When you think about your legacy, you're very young. Well, let's say 15, 20 years down the road. What would you want people to describe you as? How would you want people to describe you as a football player and as a man?
Hard hat dude. Allows his work to show. Approaches work as a real professional. Doesn't take the game lightly. Doesn't take his profession lightly. A great representative of Baltimore City. And I want kids coming up after me to understand that it is possible, regardless of how hard their path may be, because my path wasn't easy. But it is possible as long as you continue to stay focused, continue to keep your eyes on the prize, and keep going.
You strike me as someone that really does want to give back, especially to the kids. Have you, when kids come up to you and they ask for an autograph or a picture, and how does that hit you?
It strikes me kind of emotional, because I remember being a kid in Baltimore and just looking up to some of the wrong people, I guess, and having guys come back to the city and having people that made it out the city come back and instill in me that it is possible to go do great things out of Baltimore and make something of yourself. And having kids come up to me and ask for autograph and have a conversation with me, it kind of gives me like a false sense of hope, because I feel like I haven't made it yet. I feel like I still feel like I'm chopping wood. I still feel like I'm on the journey. But it's cool. It's cool.
You mentioned Kyle. When is it similar playing with him in college in terms of like the Herbert thing, where you're just like, this is one of the best football players I've ever seen? Oh yeah,
since day one. I mean, Kyle was one of the most talented football players. It just comes to him naturally. And I think most things come to him naturally. He's a great friend to have. I mean, just seeing how he approaches the game, he's very professional about it. He's very serious about his craft. There's nothing more important to him than football. And we learn from each other every day. We talk every day.
What's a typical off day for you? What do you like to do to unwind from the daily grind of football?
It's 2 things: video games, golf.
Really?
Yeah, I enjoy playing golf a lot, but during the season I don't play much. So video games and hanging out with the homies. Yeah. I'm very simple. I don't need to do much. I'm in the house most of the time, watching TV, playing video games, watching movies.
Okay, so be on the cover of Madden, or would you rather be the star of a big movie, like a blockbuster movie? Basically like Superman, Spider-Man, or be on the cover of Madden?
Be on the cover of Madden. As a kid, I always grew up looking at the cover of Madden. Mike Vick.
Yeah, that was 03 maybe, I think. 04?
Yeah, 04 maybe?
Yeah.
04. No, I don't want to be a movie star. I want to be a great football player.
I love that. Yeah, that Mike Vick cover was tough. Yeah. There were some great early Madden covers. And that when Madden came out, it was like unheard. The game was crazy.
Exactly.
Who did you like to play with as a kid? Ravens?
As a kid, Mike Vick, the Ravens. I think those 2 teams, Atlanta, Mike Vick, to be specific.
99 speed.
Yeah, everything, everything.
99 throwing power.
Everything, yeah.
Well, Cam, an absolute pleasure. So happy to have you on. Really appreciate it, and wish you the absolute best moving forward. I'd love to do this again at some point.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thrilled to be joined by Xavier Legette from the Carolina Panthers. Known him for a long time, and the first thing I'm going to ask you is, how are the horses?
The horses, man, they pretty good, man. They pretty good. It's real cold down there. You know, we got hit with the snow.
Crazy.
But, man, as soon as it warm up, we're going to get back to it, man. Let them get out there, scratch on them dirt roads.
We got dollar bill and dime piece.
Yeah, so
I
got my new and pretty penny.
Pretty penny.
Yeah, you'll see a little bit more about her soon.
Are these quarter horses?
These standard breed.
Standard breed. And when were you? How old were you when you started riding?
I was 5 years old.
And you always loved it.
Yeah, so.
And out of the three, do you have a favorite?
Dime Piece, my favorite horse, man.
Because
she a young horse, so you know she have a whole lot of energy, man. And I like the things she do, man. I think she probably my best horse.
And when you're not, who's with them every day? How do they? Because they got to be taken care of and exercise.
My man Steve.
Yeah.
He in Columbia, South Carolina. He the one that watch over them for me.
I've always wondered, do horses know their names?
Oh yeah.
They do.
Oh yeah, man.
So if you say Dime.
Yeah, she come right to me, man. She know what I like for her to do, man.
And what are some of the things you'll do with the horses?
Man, I go walk with them. If I ain't ride them for a long time, I'll go walk with them before I sit on them and ride. Yeah, so.
Get them comfortable?
Oh, yeah.
And you know, when you're with them, like, what is it? You feel relaxed?
Oh, yeah, man. It kind of ease my mind, man. It kind of ease my mind. That's something I love to do away from football. Yeah, so.
Can they tell, what is it? Somebody said your heart rate, or they can pick up?
Oh, no, they can pick up if you're scared of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they'll show you something, too. Now, you got to be careful on them horses.
Have you ever had a bad fall?
Oh, yeah, but I ain't never broke anything or nothing like
Right.
that, but I was real sore.
Real sore.
Yeah.
It's some of the best content is watching you, because I don't think there's any other player in the league riding horses at this clip.
Well, Devin White.
Devin White has done it.
And Ed Oliver, yeah. Devin White, man, that's one of my dudes, man. He got some bad horses too, man.
Really?
Yeah, so.
So, a lot's been made about football in Texas, California, all over the South. How would you describe football in South Carolina?
I think football in South Carolina is pretty slept on. We have some players down there. There's a lot of players that wasn't able to make it, unfortunately. But I think South Carolina got some ballers.
How would you rank the in terms of the best high school football? Is it above Texas or California or Florida?
I mean, well, you know, they got a variety of kids to choose from. So
bigger.
Yeah. So I don't know how to rank it because I'm not really familiar with those states' game. But I know I could say South Carolina has some ballers though.
When was the last time you went back to Mullins?
I was just in Mullins about 3 days ago.
And when you're home, was it like? Now that you've made it, what's it like?
I mean, well, it's all love. It's always been love ever since I was staying there, when I was living there. And it's still love. Ain't nothing changed. Everybody still treat me the same. Yeah, so.
It's small town.
Oh, yeah.
And was it always Gamecocks for you?
Well, growing up, man, to tell you the truth, I was an Alabama and an Oregon fan, so I didn't really watch anything much about South Carolina. Yes, so when it's crazy though, because when Coach Muschamp called me to tell me that he was gonna offer me a full ride scholarship, right? When I told him, I'm like, but he asked me did I know anything about the Gamecocks, so I'm like, I gave him like a long pause, and I'm like, yeah. He like,
you don't know it?
He like, nah, you got to lie to me, man. I'm like, man, to tell you the truth, I don't really know nothing about the Gamecocks, but I mean, I was blessed for the opportunity. You know, I stayed there all 5 years. Yeah, so man, I was very grateful to be in that position, just coming from Mullins, South Carolina. I think I was the first one to ever make it to a high-level college like that. And I was the first one to make it to the NFL, man. So I'm very grateful for that part of it.
What do you remember about when Coach Muschamp offered, and how what that experience was?
So man, my dad was still living. My dad was a Gamecock fan, and one of my favorite coaches, Donald Brown, he a Gamecock fan as well. So when I was just my dad, I was in my room and he was laying down on the couch. So when I told him, he was excited about that. And then when I told my coach, he was excited too, man. And then just when I committed, and then they made the video, everybody in the city, they just showed love to me about that.
It was like they all made it.
Oh yeah.
And your experience there was, do you have any best memory or welcome to the SEC or?
Welcome to the SEC moment. We was in camp. I went to go crack block a linebacker, and man, he hit me so hard. Yeah, playing, I was really just fast and everything like that. Growing up, being one of the top athletes in my area, so
you're always the fastest.
Yeah. But when I got there, I had to really learn how to play wide receiver, and going in there and blocking. That was the main part of it. When I got to Carolina, and man, the linebacker he smacked me, and I think I had a concussion, but I was good after that. Though. I was ready after that.
What about welcome to the NFL moment?
Last year, my first year in.
Rookie year.
Yeah, so rookie year, we playing the Eagles, and I went to go catch a slant, and I got smacked on the slant.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was a welcome to the NFL moment for me.
Do you know who hit you?
CJ Gardner-Johnson.
Oh, he's a big hitter.
Yeah. He a good player, man. He a good player. He smacked me. That was a welcome to the NFL moment for me.
And when that happens afterward, does he say something or do you say something? Will you say, "Hey, good hit"?
No. I'm just worried about the next play. Yeah, so.
And then, how would you describe what happened this season in terms of the success of the team, and when you realized that what you were building was working?
Oh man. Well, I mean, the energy during camp was it was different. Oh man, once we just can piece everything together how it's supposed to be, I think the team, man, we could do a lot of damage in this league.
How long did it take you to realize that Tetairoa McMillan was really, really good?
Oh man, it didn't take long.
About 2 minutes.
Yeah, it didn't take long, man. He a great player, man. He gonna do a lot of things in this league, and he gonna be successful in this league.
Best trash talkers on the Panthers?
J.C. Horn.
By far?
Yeah, by far, man, by far. That's what he do, man. He a great player as well.
Gamecock?
Oh yeah. We had to deal with that in practice, and man, just seeing him take that thing to the field every year on each level, man. He doing it.
Is he? Where does he rank in terms of the top corners?
He number one, no doubt. Yeah, so I think him and Mike Jack, I think they 1A and 1B,
That's
man.
a sick, lethal combo.
Yes, sir. Oh yeah.
So what are the battles like in practice with JC?
Oh man, we battling, man. They treating it like a game. Yes, sir.
What about Canales? What does he do really well?
Man, I think he does a good job as being like an even keel coach, man. He not the kind of coach that's gonna try to bring you down. He the kind of coach that's gonna uplift you. Yeah, so when you having low moments, I think he the one that kind of keep you in a high praise. Yeah, so.
Good communicator.
Oh yeah.
So he'll tell you, this is what I liked. Let's work on this. And offensively, in terms of his scheme, it's really good. What do you like about it?
Oh man, well, he going to attack mentality. He trying to put the ball in the playmaker's hands. Yeah, so.
Top 5 wide receivers for you that your favorite guys to watch.
To watch?
Yeah.
Well, when I was coming out, A.J. Brown, Metcalf, Mike Evans, and then I also used to watch Julio too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so and Debo as well.
I always felt like watching you and Debo, there were some similarities.
Yes, sir.
Just in terms of the way you almost play like a defensive player, the way you attack.
Yes, sir.
So, and he's a Gamecock, right?
Oh yeah, Debo came. He was at
So
the
all
game.
these
He from
Gamecocks.
South Carolina as well.
Who do you think is your all-time favorite athlete to come out of South Carolina?
Well, I mean, I watched Alshon Jeffrey too, so
Yeah,
that's the one
that's
I have
another
to go with. Yeah, so I'm not even gonna lie to you. When I got to Carolina, I played with him. I played with him for 2 years, a year. I played with him a year. 2019, Brian Nevels. He was he was a great receiver to come out of there. Shot Smith was a great receiver to come out of there. Yeah.
Brian Edwards. Yeah, I remember Raiders, Saints. What about off-day activities? Horses, obviously, but what are some of the things you like to do?
When I ride four-wheelers and things like that, I really just like a lot about the nature type of thing, man. Adventurous stuff. Just being out there, getting on land. Yes, sir.
Being outside.
Yes, sir.
What about like Are you into cars or are you fast?
Oh yeah. Fast cars. But I'm trying to slow down.
Good,
man.
slow down a little bit.
Slow down, man. So I went and got me a truck, so I ain't got to worry about going so fast. Yeah, so.
2 more, I'll get you out of here. Would you rather be on the cover of Madden or star in a big blockbuster movie? Let's say you're Spider-Man or Superman.
I'd rather be Spider-Man.
Rather be Spider-Man.
Yeah, so just 'cause I can go save people.
2 Super Bowl rings or Hall of Fame?
I'll take 2 Super Bowl rings.
If you could win a championship in any other sport?
Baseball.
Baseball?
Yes, sir.
You played baseball?
Yes, sir.
Center field?
Center field, shortstop, third base, and I pitched.
What's harder, going over the middle or hitting a fastball or a curveball?
What you mean going over the middle?
Like in a slant? Yeah.
Oh, hitting a curveball or a fastball. To me, I think baseball is the hardest sport because not just anybody can hit a 93, 90 plus, or 85 plus fastball.
That's like really
Yes,
joke.
Yes, sir.
One word that describes what the Super Bowl represents to you. If you had to think about being here and you're seeing it, what does it mean to you?
I think it's grateful. Just being grateful to you play a lot of games. It's a whole lot for your body. So just being able to make it, but not even just to make it, to be able to play in it, and just feel, because everybody coming just to watch you.
Yeah.
So
it's the biggest show on the planet.
Yes, so
300 million people.
Oh yeah, man. So I say just being grateful to be in.
And last thing, X, is the off season. What's the one thing, maybe the most important thing for you that you want to improve at before next season? What do you feel like this is my big project this off season?
Oh man, my main thing gonna be, just trying to hit every point that I missed this season, because I can't have another season like I did last year. So man, I just got to make the best out of it.
Well, I really appreciate you coming on. I want to thank Xavier Legette from the Panthers, and have a great off season. We'll see you soon.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you.
Thanks, buddy.
No doubt.
Want to welcome in to the show Cam Little. Cam, coming off an awesome year for the Jags.
Sir.
I want to ask you first off about the 68-yarder, because I know it's not the furthest you've kicked. But when you're locking in for a record breaker, in the moment, do you realize what it is?
No, I don't think we did, especially at the time it was, because we had so many opportunities leading up to that game for like last end of halftime field goal, like we're going to go drive down. So I'm obviously preparing, regardless of how far the kick is, that we're going to kick a field goal. It's a 2-minute situation. Yeah. And then I guess we were talking about, mid-first quarter, of wouldn't that be crazy? I was hitting the ball really well, and more they're like, wouldn't it be crazy to hit a 60-plus this game? We were joking around on the sidelines about it. And then later it ended up happening where it was like, oh, shoot, we're about to attempt a 68-yard field goal. So I didn't really have that in the back of my mind going out there. But I looked down, you look down, and indoors you get pretty good visuals. Like the uprights don't look as far as they normally do.
Indoors,
I remember, and I remember looking down at that, and I'm like, oh, crap, we're at 68 yards right now. And Logan, my holder, was like, hit it hard, man, you'll make it. And so I was like, and I giggled. I was like, yeah, you're funny, man. Like, just like right as I'm lining up to kick it. So I'm pretty relaxed at this point. And we obviously went down and made it. So it was pretty sick.
What was the onslaught afterward about?
Oh, dude, it was wicked. Are you kidding me? Like, we celebrate at halftime. Like, Liam obviously comes on the field, gives me some love. Obviously, the whole team is fired up at halftime. And I think we were losing that game. I think it was 10-3 at that point.
Yeah.
And so we're still losing, but we gathered some momentum coming back after halftime and ended up winning that in overtime. So a good momentum swing for us for sure.
When you're kicking, are you looking at just the ball, the uprights, anything?
I really try and pick a visual behind the uprights. It's like a golf shot. Like I know you look behind, if you want to play a fade or you want to play a draw, depending on what the wind's doing. And I obviously indoors you can pick some parts of behind the uprights that you want to aim at, and I'll pick those from time to time, especially if there's I know the Raiders Stadium and Dallas Stadium has good visuals in the All-State net or just behind the uprights. I'll pick visuals in warm-ups. That's something I do before the game even starts.
In your career, college, pro, what was the hardest stadium to kick in?
Dude, I'm here in San Fran this year.
Really?
It was 20. I think there was 25 to 30 mile-an-hour winds in San Fran this year. That was tough. But anywhere back east, Philly, my rookie year was tough. Philly's a tough place to kick.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's tough.
Pittsburgh, I've heard Heinz Field is tough. Or it's not Heinz Field anymore.
Yeah.
But I've heard it's a tough place to kick. But we play in Chicago next year, so I'm looking forward to that. That's I've heard a stadium that gives guys a lot of issues. So, but no, San Fran I feel like was tough this year. It was a very tough stadium to kick in.
Do you ever get nervous?
No, I don't think there's I don't think it's a nervousness. I think it's I talk about this all the time with people. I don't think it's a nervousness. I think it's an anxiousness. Like, you want to go out there and make or miss the kick, because at the end of the day, there's no gray area in kicking.
Yeah.
Like,
Either. Yeah.
You could throw a bad ball as a quarterback,
Yeah.
your receiver can make up for it, or you could throw a great ball and your receiver bobbles it and ends up catching it. And it's like, okay, you got the job done. You either make or miss the kick. There's no, oh yeah, I missed the kick right, but I absolutely smoked the ball. No one cares.
No one cares.
It doesn't count as 3 points if you miss the kick.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's a nervousness. I think it's the anxiousness of like going out there like, I want to get this done. Like, I want to get the job done.
Liam Cohen, his speeches has become the stuff of legend.
He's a dog, man. I love that guy. Yeah, he knows how to hype up a locker room, I'll tell you that. But no, he's ever since the day he stepped foot in our locker room and stepped foot in that building, he's built a culture. And that culture was a winning culture. Obviously, we won a lot of games this season. Obviously, fell short in the playoffs, but I think it's building a culture that Jacksonville hasn't seen. And so to have not only Liam, but James Gladstone, Tony Baselli, and even Campanelli and Grant additions in the offense and defense to kind of come in there and set a culture that that place hasn't seen. It was very important, and I think that's why we found so much success.
You realized right away that Liam was gonna work?
I mean, he set a standard like right when we got in and we had our first team meeting. You could tell he cared a lot about what the not what the scheme was, not what he was going to do on offense, not what the play calling was going to be, just the culture in general, what he wanted to set. And I think that said a lot about where our team was headed. And so the setting that culture and setting a tone for us as a team of what it's like to love one another, what it's like to have each other's back, what it's like to play complementary football. Seeing that really early on was so important. I think that set us up for, obviously, Trevor's obviously very talented at quarterback, and Liam obviously calls great plays, and found a lot of success in our offense this year. And so I think that set the tone with his play calling abilities. But I think the culture was really what took us to that next level.
Who would you say is like the emotional leader or leaders of the team?
Shoot, man, I feel like Trevor, man, took a big step in leading this team this year. Yes, he, you see the, sound bits before the games of him just talking to the other quarterbacks in offense. Like, dude, that guy stepped up as a vocal leader for our team, and it was great at it. You think of Josh Hines-Allen, you think of Eric, you think of Foye, Lurican. I mean, that guy, and Devin Lloyd. Like, I can name so many guys that even guys that are captains that are going out there that are, leading vocally. So it's cool to know that we have so many leaders that can feed off one another. It's not like there's one chief with a bunch of Indians and below. It's everyone's a chief that's gonna feed off, and so it's pretty cool.
So how would you describe Trevor's leadership and his growth? Where have you seen it?
I've never seen someone take the game as seriously as Trevor does. Whether it's his weightlifting, whether it's his nutrition, whether it's him staying after in the facility, whether that's him getting extra rehab, prehab, whether it's watching film. Like, that guy's life is literally football. And I saw it my rookie year. Obviously, injuries set him back a little bit my rookie year, so he didn't get to be on the field as much. But I think it was really cool to see him take that next step and find success like he had. I think it was the 2022 season when they found the playoffs. Like, he was balling, and just to see him, the work he's put in translate to the field, it was really cool.
That's awesome.
He's a dog,
man. I know he didn't play the whole season, but what were some of the special things you saw from Travis Hunter?
Oh, dude. I think, one, his energy he brings in the locker room.
I've heard that from so many.
That guy just brings the energy that's contagious.
Yeah.
He's about 10 lockers down for me in the locker room. But, dude, he's making an effort to go meet everyone in the locker room. He's making an effort to, know everyone's name. He's making an effort to know the plays not only on offense but defense. He's making an effort for everything. And I think that's hard, not only for any player to play offense and defense, but a rookie.
Yeah.
With the pressure that the media's put on him and himself, that he's put on himself. It was cool to see him kind of ball. So I know injuries set him back a little bit, but I know he's eager and ready to get back next year.
How do you approach, you personally, like getting better when you've been really, really good?
Like, an athlete's mindset, I'd say, is there's always room for improvement. Like, bottom line is I missed 4 kicks this year, and I am supposed to go perfect. That's my job to kick. Yeah. That's my job to kick the ball through the uprights. So I need to improve on that, obviously, in this offseason. But I think just the steadiness and reminding myself that even when I'm at my best, like, I kicked a 68-yarder, I kicked a 67-yarder, but I think there's room to go even further than that, to kick a 70, to kick a 72, to get a higher field goal percentage, because obviously I want to be the most accurate kicker in the league. That's my goal, and I think that's very possible. And so whatever it takes from my not only athletic ability, but my mindset to grow in this offseason and mature into, my career a little more, I'm going to take those steps. So it's pretty cool.
I feel like you might be like the swaggiest kicker.
Is that? I wouldn't say I'm probably the swaggiest. I do like to, I think Cameron Dicker does this really
Yeah,
well
he
as
does
well.
a lot, yeah, that's true.
He doesn't take his job too seriously, and I think that's something that as a kicker, you think about your brand as a specialist. I don't think when you start taking your job too serious, I feel like that's when guys just plummet.
Too tight.
They implode, yeah. And so I think me treating my job as a hobby, and not only that, but you're taking it serious, you're putting in the work, but you look at it as a hobby and you have fun doing it, that's when I find the most success. And so, yeah, I'd say when I have swag and when I have that confidence and when I'm not taking it too seriously is when I'm finding my most success. So,
what would you say the biggest difference is between a punter and a kicker in terms of leg, power, explosiveness?
Yeah, I'd say, you look at Logan, for instance, our punter, unreal talented, best punter in the league.
Yeah, he's awesome.
His explosiveness is a lot from using, I guess you could put it, golf is a good term to use it. He uses the ground a lot because you're pushing off a surface.
As energy.
And pushing that energy into the ball that's going forward. And I think kicking is a easier skill than punting is because you're putting a movable object out with wind when the ball's moving it, when you're punting it in the midair, but the ball is staying still when I'm kicking it and holding it. So I think punting is a harder skill, but there's obviously more gray area in punting than there is in kicking. You can shank a punt that rolls out 25 more yards and it ends up being a 55. Yeah, so it's like, okay, that's a win. In kicking, you either make or miss the kick. So I think that the skill of punting is harder, but I think the mental side of kicking is harder than punting because there is no gray area. So I think that's how I look at it. I think that's how I look at it, the analogy-wise.
I love that answer. A couple more, and I promise to get you out of here. What would you say is the ethos of the Jags locker room? How would you describe?
I think I harped on it a little earlier. The love we have for each other is unlike any team that I've ever been on. Everyone wants to know each other. I bet you we can.
Really?
There's guys in that locker room that can name every guy in that locker room, whether practice squad or current. So
I think it's unheard of, by the way, in the NFL.
Yeah, and so that's cool. That's something that everyone wants to be a part of a win in our locker room, and we emphasize that from practice squad all the way up to our best players. Everyone is putting in the tedious steps to win, and we want to be a winning program. And so I think that's what's cool about our locker room is everyone wants to contribute, and everyone has that same – there's no outliers. Everyone has that same mindset of whatever it takes to win, we're going to do. So it's pretty cool.
Last question. Cam, do you pray for I want a 60-yarder to win it?
Dude, you have to – I wouldn't say I ask for it, but you want that. As a kicker or a specialist in general, as a elite athlete, you want to get put in that position. You got to ask for that position. You got to want to be in that position. Because the moment you don't want to be in that position is the moment you're not going to be in that position ever again. So you don't beg for it, but you got to know that when that moment comes, you've got to want it. I love that position. I think in order to be an elite specialist, you've got to want to be in that position. So I do want that.
So when you're about to when you're about to go on the field, you see we're driving third down. When you're doing with the net, So team's driving. Are you thinking okay, this might be a 40-yarder, 50-yarder?
So in second and third down scenarios, if it's second and long at the 30-yard line, okay, so we're second and 10 from the 30-yard line. That would be a 48-yarder if we went one more play or two more plays without getting. So I'm going to be kicking anywhere from a 48 to about a 38-yarder here. I can kind of gauge that. 2-minute drills are tough because we busted a lot of plays. We had a couple opportunities. We're already at a 65 or 64-yarder, and Trevor busted a play. We got down timeout. It's a mid-40s. So you just got to be alert for whatever it is. It's a lot easier to time that during first, second quarter, third quarter than end of games when you're trying to discuss that distance.
And if you're kicking a 60, are you – actually, no. If you're kicking a 40, are you kicking with the same velocity as a 60? Yeah,
velocity and power. Yeah. I think it's only really differs when you're inside 25 yards. Then you're trying to get a lot more height on line scrimmage because the angle's tighter. But I think anything outside of 25, you're kicking it like your normal ball.
Okay.
You can't – the moment you stop – it's like decelling on a wedge when you're golfing.
Yeah.
If you try to decel on a short wedge, you're going to chunk it or you're going to hit it, you're going to flare it. That just happens. And so you want to keep the same swing regardless of the distance.
Cam Little, man, absolute pleasure.
Of course,
I'm so excited to have you on.
Yeah, man.
I'm so happy to get to know you, we'll see you soon.
Appreciate it, man.
Thanks, Cam.
Thanks, brother. It's good, man.
Really fired up to welcome in Romeo Doubs, receiver from the Packers. Romeo, you had I want to say, career highs across the board, pretty much every category this season. What did you feel this year? How did it go so well for you?
Just being ready, you know what I mean? Our receiver room is so stacked. There was just so much thing. It was just so much going on from me stepping up when Christian missed out the first half of the season. And, just just being ready when my number is called, man.
You played quarterback, receiver, everything in high school pretty much.
Yes.
So how did you go from all that to then I'm going to be a receiver?
So it started with camps. I want to say when I was a teenager growing up, I went to, Nike opening camps. I went to rival camps. And at those times, predominantly, I went in as a receiver. And, 7-on-7s, when that started to become a thing, I was playing receiver then. So all of my exposure at that time being
Receiver
came from, for that reason.
Was that the position you always loved, or did you actually legit, I want to be a quarterback?
Oh, legit. I wanted to be a receiver.
Receiver.
Because my brother, I have an older brother, he plays corner.
Yeah.
And for so long, it was always competition between us both. So that's another reason why the experience of the experience of me playing receiver became a thing. So.
What would you say Jay Love's demeanor is in the huddle?
Poised.
Poised.
I've been saying this about him since I've got around him. He is not a talkative quarterback. He's just, a guy that's just quiet. Like I said, he's poised, and his control is through the roof. You know what I mean? And that's what I appreciate about him. That's why I love being around him. Because he's not one of those guys that's just going to fry you if something goes wrong. He'll just question you about it, and then from that point on forward, if there's a solution, we just move forward with that. So,
and how long did it take you to realize that he had that demeanor?
I mean, it didn't take too long. I don't know. He just has a different swag.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and he's one of the best quarterbacks in this league. He's polished all across the board. His decision making is through the roof. Just his off-schedule plays, where he can put the ball. He has everything. So I just love that about him.
For you personally, what do you feel you have grown and improved the most on since your rookie year? What are you most proud of?
My biggest improvement came from just being a smart football player.
Yeah.
And I can break that down to you. So throughout my years of being under Matt LaFleur's system, where a West Coast system is so much terminology where you can only get so much, right? And, for example, my first year, it was just getting the play called just so I can understand the play. And then my second year, it became, okay, are we calling this for one high or two high? And then going into my third year, obviously, and it can be interchangeable from looking at the defense, what package they're in, who do they like to put in this personnel. Do they like saw blitzes? Do they have everything just started to click for me. And then up until this year, obviously and I speak for I speak for myself.
Yeah.
Because I was going with just the veteran role I had to play in prior to our receiving room.
Because you're so young.
Yes, we were so young. So yeah, man, I just think the way how I've progressed, being in Green Bay, the way I've grown. I thought it was really amazing. So
that is, and for you, would you say that the route running is that a skill that I guess how do you improve? It's little things, right? It's very small.
Yes.
So
route running is one thing, but just if I had to make it 1A, 1B, it's timing. And that's the motto that's preached all across the league. Like, if your route is a third outside step and you go second outside, now you in the quarterback's rhythm. Like you mess with the rhythm of the play, right? Or if you're last in the progression and you shorten the revolution and you get in the window too fast, now the QB can't put it right there because the hook defender might take that. So, yes, route running is one thing, but the timing is everything, especially in an offense where when one person messes up, everything is completely destroyed. So, yeah.
That's a great explanation. So if we're watching at the game or on TV, is it fair to say that a lot of the interceptions or a good portion of them are sometimes on the receiver, even if it looks like a bad throw? Does that happen?
That is a tough question because, again,
you don't know.
Things happen in the league.
Yeah.
You can run a bad route. Every here and now you're gonna throw a bad ball.
Yeah.
Like, that's just the league. I wouldn't really specify the receiver or the QB. I'm just going off the general good and bad that goes into playing this game.
how about this then? If you're going up against a top corner, and you feel like you're getting whatever it is, how does your strategy in the game as a route runner change based on who's covering you, especially if it's one of these really, really, really good dudes?
Yeah, so it depends. So if you're going up against a corner who likes to always play mirror and not really move his feet at the line of scrimmage, then that gives you an indicator, okay, I got to have this with me, I got to have that with me, versus a soft shoe corner where the technique is completely different. Now you got to also have another bag for that as well. But if you're going up against a top tier corner, which I've noticed in what they do, they know how to mix it up. So that's where, so they can play on the base down. They might soft shoe you because based on this split, you like to run these routes.
Yeah.
And then if you go third down and it's some type of 5-6 manageable situation where they know the ball might be short, okay, this is the perfect opportunity for me to switch up the technique. So that's part of the chess game that this league is.
Is it fair to say that you're constantly surprised or impressed with how good the corners are?
That's a great question. I wouldn't really say surprised because again,
it's the NFL.
It's the NFL.
Yeah.
Everyone's good in the NFL. Everyone's good in the NFL. It's just a matter of how consistent you can be and how much you can master your game. Pretty much.
Favorite road venue for you? Where do you love? Where do you feel like it's the most fun to play on the road?
I played in Buffalo my rookie year. That was really good, and I played in San Francisco. San Francisco is another too.
I was thinking Bears too. Not so much. It's just because of the rivalry.
Yeah, man. I mean, the rivalry cuts deep. In the North in that division, where obviously, it's one of the biggest rivalries in football.
It is. Yeah.
And that's just.
How would you describe Packer fans?
Oh, electric, amazing, loyal, consistent. Yeah, man. I mean, being in Green Bay, it's a different vibe when you get out there, bro. It's just once you step in that town, you feel it. You feel everything. The energy is crazy, bro.
Do you have a favorite catch of your career? One that really stands out?
I mean, I've talked about the Buffalo one a lot because I think that was
great.
Yeah, I ran a corner route for Aaron, going into a 3x1, and it was a great ball, great catch, and I would, and it was fun.
Can you tell on something like that, like, how often before a play do you know, like, there's a really good chance it's coming to me, and this could be a big one?
Oh, you got to feel like that all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
Feel like that all the time. Yeah, bro. Whether if it's some sort of double team or if the, the coverage may look bad, it don't even matter. As long as your mindset is right, the possibilities are always high.
Was there any change for you in terms of with the Guardian cap, how you felt in terms of the way you played, or did it change anything?
Part of my decision was just better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
Along with, and I haven't spoken this enough prior to the amount of times I've worn it in practice. Eventually, it just led to a natural decision to be like, okay, if I'm wearing it in practice, why not wear it again?
Because it's football is. I don't think the average fan realizes how violent it is, and when you're on the field, the size and the speed, it's like every play is a car crash.
Yes.
Is that safe to say?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. All positions. Being a receiver, whether you got to block the safety or even sometimes going into crack a backer, you're gonna. Ultimately, it's just part of what we signed up for. But
if I could say, fast forward 10, 15 years down the road, what would be the most important part? What would you want fans to say about you? What would really matter to you?
I mean, obviously, football is one thing, but just how I carry myself, who I am as a person, I think that's another thing that goes, along this way. Because, at this very moment right now, me and you are having an amazing conversation, and I'm very sure that sometime down the road, you might hear from a cousin of mine, and you're like, oh, yeah, man.
I like him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So all of that stuff plays a role. Obviously, in the football world, I'm a very reliable, consistent player that can show up whenever the job needs to be done. And,
great answer. Yeah. Last one is, you're a big gamer?
Yes.
What do you play?
Yes, it changes. So, I've been a 2K player for the last month.
Who do you play with?
No, I play with friends on.
Oh, no, I mean, which team?
Oh, with team?
Yeah.
Oh no, so there's this mode. It's called My Career. It's kind of similar to a Road to Glory mode.
Okay, so you're not with the Rockets.
Oh,
Yeah.
No.
Road to Glory. So you're like a personal.
Yes.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
that's dope.
But you play online, but I mean, it's just a way how I just decompress or whatnot. So.
No Madden?
No, I haven't played Madden in a while. I've played the NCAA one.
That's the best game.
Yeah, but I have not played Madden. I haven't played Madden in about maybe 3 or 4 years now. Yeah, it's been a while.
Last one, Romeo, is on an off day or, not training as hard. What are some of the other things you like to do to decompress?
Oh, I'm a pretty simple dude. I like outside of gaming, I might hang out with the fam. Might go on a walk. Like, yeah,
be outside.
I just try to live a pretty simple, peaceful, and yeah, I mean, life is hard, but in my off days, not so hard. So,
one more I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you is, what's your favorite part about football? What do you love the most about it?
I just love the nuances to it, man, and it's made me realize just over the time of my 4 years at Green Bay that the little things do matter, and that has been a reflective thing for me off the field too. Like if you with your girlfriend, you can't let her walk on the side of the road. You gotta, you know what I mean? And those
little things,
yes,
those
matter. Things matter down the road. And again, football is just growing me in ways that I didn't even expect it to. But in the midst of it all happening, I can only be appreciative for it and very thankful in the long run.
Well, I'm thankful for you for coming on. This is an absolute pleasure. Loved everything about this conversation, and we'd love to keep in touch and do it again.
Yes, sir.
Romeo Doubs, thank you so much, bro. Appreciate you. Thank you, man. That's it for the Super Bowl week edition of the Schultz Report right here at Final Bar in San Francisco. Want to thank all the guys for stopping by and chatting to chop it up, and want to thank you for listening. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you next week.